Hey guys, it's Miss Guy, and I am here for session 6, focusing on the concept of the choice of children. So, if you've ever pondered, I wonder if I'm going to have children, or if you've thought about the benefits of having children, or do I want children, then this is the session for you. Um, a lot of couples are now, we see through research, delaying having children. And so we know that these conversations are going on within family units around the country. So let's take a deep dive into the choice of children. Why is it important to make a choice about children? Why is it important to plan for children or to plan not for children? Well, we also see through research that raising children and raising children well has a huge impact on our society. So, we want to make sure that when we are planning children, that we are making good choices for that to happen. Think about all of the additional challenges that can occur when children come in and maybe they were not planned, or maybe a couple wasn't quite sure they wanted children and here along comes a child. So, we know that making good choices and planning appropriately helps us with our stress when we are raising children, especially with our economic stress when we are raising children. And so that's what this chapter sort of dives into, the aspect of planning and choosing when we are going to add children to our family unit. Children are great, by the way. I have a couple of my own. However, making sure that I was ready for them was a great thing for me and my husband as we ventured into parenthood. Especially for us, we had a very sick baby that spent lots of time in the hospital. And so I was thankful that we had made a plan, especially for saving money and having money available for us when both of us had to miss quite a bit of work to juggle life with a sick baby. So that's just one example of what it means to plan for children. All right, you are going to read an assigned portion of chapter 11 and complete those quizzes as you go through the textbook reading. And then we're going to complete the social influences on childbearing journal. So this is something that you might not have thought about, but there are huge societal influences on us about the concept of childbearing. So I'm going to ask you to return to a section in your textbook in chapter 11 entitled Social Influences That Encourage Childbearing. So there are more societal influences that encourage childbearing than societal influences that deter childbearing. So we're going to take a deep dive into the social influences that do encourage people to bear children. You can go back to the e-text if you want to dig through and find that section, but just to make it easier for you, I've actually downloaded a PDF version of that particular reading. And so you don't have to comb back through. I've downloaded this and you can just read through this particular document. It'll look pretty similar to what you saw in the text as far as the formatting goes, but you do not have to take a deep dive and maneuver back through that textbook. I know sometimes that can be challenging. So there's the PDF version for you to reread. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. As a reminder, we're going to copy the items within the dotted line. We are going to click the Start or Edit My Journal entry. We are going to paste Miss Guy's formatting in the entry box. And as we answer the questions, we are going to change our contribution to a different colored font. And that's how you do it right there. All right. So as we complete this journal entry, the first one's going to be pretty simple. You're just going to define a term. Tell me, do you agree with it or not? And then just give me your feelings on that particular topic. Number 2, we are going to define the 9 types of social influences. It's discussed in that PDF review of chapter 11. And give me those, not only the identifier, but also briefly explain it. And then finally, for number 3 is a reflection question on the impact of those particular views, making sure you understand this should be in paragraph form. We are writing in a college course. When you are done with that journal, you are going to click that blue Save Changes button, and you are going to be done with session 6. As with all sessions in sociology of the family, I just encourage students to think long and hard about the concepts that we are interacting with. How can you take those concepts and apply them to your life? And how can you take those concepts and apply them to those people around you? And how can you improve society or just your family or extended family by learning the items that we are interacting with each week? All right, I hope you enjoy the section on the choice of children and planning children. If we don't have children, we don't have any future of our society. So we need high quality family units to continue on our society and add more children into the world. We just got to make sure that we are ready and prepared for all the things that encompass building a family unit. And the choice of children is one of those aspects. Okay, if you need me, I'm only an email away. Other than that, I will assume that you are good to go and you are moving right along in the course.